We're getting back on the grind, so today is day 1 of painting my friend's pong table. So obviously I just started out by taping out all the triangles, and then for the background colors when I started painting them, she said that she wanted it to be a little bit more random and less all one color, and she also said that she wanted more warm tones and like sunset colors, so I just went ahead and I painted the backgrounds pretty light colors. And then for the end triangles where the cups will go, I did a sunset gradient, and then I added some palm tree silhouettes over top. And then when I was doing this, I started freehanding some things just because I wanted it to fill up a little bit more space, and I felt like it was a little bit too dark, so I went ahead on top and I added some of these like light blue highlights, which will also help tie it in when I add blue later on onto some of the other triangles. And I actually really think this turned out pretty cute. But this is what they turned out to look like at the end, and this is what the table looks like now. You can come back tomorrow for day 2, or if you want to watch how I made my other pong table, you can go back to my previous videos. Alright, this is day 2, painting my friend's pong table. So the first thing she wanted was a Jeep Wrangler, so I painted a blue Jeep with words that say, "Let the good times roll" around it, and I think the Jeep turned out really well. And the next thing that she wanted was Beer Bongs and Bentleys album by Post Malone, so I painted that, and I think it turned out really good as well. It looks way better in person, but I think it still looks pretty good. And then she wanted the Mike's Hard Lemonade symbol or logo or whatever, so I painted that, and I did it in pink just so that it matches a little bit better with the color scheme and wasn't too much yellow with the Beer Bongs and Bentleys, but I think this also turned out pretty good. So this is what my table looks like now after day 2. Come back tomorrow for day 3, or go to my previous video for day 1, or you can go see how I did my other pong table. Today is day 3 of painting my friend's pong table. Alright, so the first one I painted today was the SpongeBob with the rainbow over top that it says intoxication, and this one took me a while, but it was actually really fun to do, and I think it turned out pretty well. So this is what it looks like. And the next one that I did was the White Claw logo, and I just put a little pink circle around it, and I hate painting circles because they just are never perfect circles, but it is what it is. And then the next and final one that I did today was I painted this like sort of, it was supposed to be zebra, didn't end up being zebra, and then put these Svedka bottles on top of it. So this is what my table looks like now after day 3. Come back tomorrow for day 4, or you can go back to my previous videos to see days 1 and 2, or you can go back and see how I did my other table. Alright, this is painting my friend's pong table day 4. Alright, so the first one I did today was I started out with orange slices, just like a pattern of it, and I didn't end up putting any words on top because I thought it looked pretty good the way that it was, so that's what that looks like. And then the next thing I did was I did the Call Her Daddy podcast with a like cow print background, but I did an orange to tie in the orange colors from the other side, and then I just put the Call Her Daddy on top, and that's what that ended up looking like. And then finally, I just did yikes like 3 times on a catty corner with the eye being a lightning bolt. And this was really easy, but I think it looks really good where it is, and I ended up liking it a lot. So that's what that looks like. So this is my table now after day 4. You can come back tomorrow for day 5, or you can go to my previous videos to see how I got to where I'm at now, or you can go see how I did my other table. So I may have accidentally finished the table, so I'm now just going to be posting in parts instead of days, so here's part 5. Okay, so this first one, I just did a sea turtle, and I put a little background on it that's, I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but this is just kind of like a filler little cute symbol to make the whole table look a little beachier. And then the next one, I just wrote bad and boozy, and I was thinking about adding a background, but I decided against it, so that's what that ended up looking like. And then the final one for this is I did these lips and wrote XOXO, and I really, really like this. I just think it looks really cute, and just like, I don't know, I really like it. So this is the table now after part 5. Come back a little bit later for part 6, or you can go back to see how I got here. Okay, this is going to be painting my friend's pong table part 6. Okay, so the first one that I did was I painted champagne glasses, but I put rosé in them instead to make it tie in with the table, and then I wrote cheers in cursive, and I think this one is actually really cute. And then the next one I did was I painted Corona with the crown symbol over top and outlined it all in black, and this is what it looks like, and I also think this one turned out really well. And then finally, I painted an Air Force One and then put some of the colors of the table on it to make it all tie in, and this is what it looks like, and I also really like this one. So this is the table now after part 6. Come back a little bit later for part 7, or go back for previous parts. This is painting my friend's pong table part 7. So the first one I did was I painted a little sun and wrote "It's 5 o'clock somewhere" and painted this cute little parrot. This took me 3 hours because of how much detail there is, but he is so freaking cute. I love this little guy. And then I painted the pink Whitney bottle with 3 shot glasses that have the pink Whitney in it, and I also just really like how this one turned out, and that's what it looks like. And then I painted a coconut with like a little drink in it and wrote Sip Sip Hooray, but I had that little oopsie on the side, so I had to add 2 more coconuts onto the sides. And then I painted the eagles with Dilly Dilly under it, and I'm not really an Eagles fan, so like this one's whatever. And then I painted Westchester with these like purple lips and some purple stars around it, and I just think this one turned out really well. I think it's really cute, so that's what it looks like. So this is the table now after part 7. Come back tomorrow for part 8, or you can go back to see the previous parts. And this is Painting My Friend's Pong Table, part 8. So the first one I did was the Malibu that she wanted, and these kind of look like mini-me's of the ends, but I actually think it's really cute, and this one turned out really well, so this is what it looks like. And then I went and I painted the Barstool symbol, and I'm never painting stars ever again. This was just a lot of stars to paint, but I really like how it turned out. So this is what the table looks like all finished, and then I just let it dry and started taking off the tape. But in spots that there was like a lot of paint, it was like peeling up the paint a little bit, which was annoying. So I still have some areas that I need to go fix up. But other than that, this is what it looks like, finally completed. I think I'm going to go in and paint the lines white. But other than that, this is what it is, and you can go back to previous videos to see all the parts.